by the power of Grayskull.
Hello, this is just a quick review for SpongeBob SquarePants, the Cosmic... Oh, I forgot what it's called now, the Cosmic Stand, I think it's called. It's alright, I mean, it's free this month if you're on PlayStation Plus, which I think everybody is nowadays. And it's free to download for July. But it's just like a platforming game. What I can tell from I've played it for, I think I played it for an hour, and just had a little go on it for an hour. It's quite good. There's the buttons onto it like too hard. You've got jump. You've got like a double jump. You've got square to like use your mallet, I think it is, and you've got circle. If you do a double jump and press circle, you like slam to the floor, and you can use that to take out enemies or press buttons and stuff. But you've got to collect those pink orbs, and you can spend them in the inline, like on the in-game shop, I should say, to unlock different outfits and stuff like that. From what I can gather, like I said, I've only played it for 50 odd minutes. I think I've played it for like 51 minutes. So I didn't really play for that long, but I just wanted to get a little taste of what it was like. I haven't, to be fair, I haven't really watched SpongeBob fucking the cartoon. I haven't watched it that many times. I think I've maybe watched full episodes. I've maybe watched it twice or three times. I haven't really watched it, but I know it is funny. You can still enjoy it as an adult if you watch it. It's a bit like what was that other one? Adventure Time. If you've ever watched that cartoon, that's like an LSD trip. That cartoon, it's crazy and it's really funny. But like Rick and Morty, Family Guy, you know, what I mean, there's even the Simpsons have jokes in there for adults. So you know, it's like just depends if you're a fan of I keep calling them Square Bob. If you're a fan of SpongeBob, then you're gonna love this because it's exactly the same as the cartoon. I think it's like you know, you've got all the proper voices, all the familiar characters. There's Patrick. He's like shrunk down at the moment, but you know, it's like just basic platform and stuff. Lots of open world spaces to explore. I think when I looked at the map, there's like 5 different areas you can go to. If memory serves us correctly, there's like 5 different zones, if you know what I mean. Um, and the buttons, like I said, are quite easy. You can glide. I forgot about that. But the missions are easy as well. They're just like fetch quests. Some of them, they're just like. I mean, the one I'm doing at the moment on this footage, I've got to find a gold tooth. There, I found it, and you've got to just go and give it back to the guy. But there's lots of like in jokes. If you've watched the TV cartoon series, then this like you'll understand more about it. But the enemies aren't too hard. I mean, ultimately, it's aimed at children, so it's just all about timing, really. Oh yeah, you've got circle there when I've done a cartwheel. That's like your dash, like your dodge, I should say. You press circle in a direction. But I think if you've got kids, you could maybe download it and let them play it because, like I said, the buttons are piss easy. You've got jump, hit, and that's it really. You've got dash and glide. But kids can play these kind of games because the enemies are quite forgiving. You know, you can put it on easy. I mean, I've got it on hard, I think, or I might have it on normal. I can't remember. I think it's just whatever the game starts on, that's what I've got it on. But you can change the difficulty on it, so you can just whack it down to easy, and I think your kids will enjoy it as well. And you could maybe make a separate save game, and you could play in your progress if you want. Um, you know, if you wanted to play it and complete it or whatever. But it's just one. It's like those games, like old school games that we used to play, like Crash Bandicoot and stuff like that, where it seems easy, you know, like because all you've got to do is jump onto the platform and hit the enemy. But it's so technical to get it right first time, then it becomes quite a challenge. So there is enjoyment in there, like for older, more experienced game players. Like there is still a challenge, even though it's like an easy game. You still do find it like difficult in some places because you have to be really precise with where you're jumping and landing and stuff like that. There, look, can you see 47 seconds later? It's got like little nods to the TV show, and you'll appreciate it. Like I said, if you're a fan of the actual cartoon, but there is quite a bit of variety in the levels. You get there's a level where I was riding on like a seahorse, and there's a level where I was on a train. I think you'll see that later. And you know, so that it does mix it up. It's not all just like walking around these open areas collecting stuff, which isn't too bad. But there's a lot of places like that where you do get to just spend ages walking around like this. Where if you collect those boxes, you've then got to make your way back up to a bit that you've already done, and there's lots of areas like that. If you want 100% completed, you know, that's what you're going to have to do. Just keep going back and forwards. But like I said, if you're an experienced gamer, then it's not going to be that much of a challenge for you. I mean, I was skipping everything. I couldn't be bothered to watch the cutscenes, so I just kept skipping. But you could sit and watch them if you wanted to. And like I said, it's got the humour from the cartoon, so it is quite funny if you're an older person, like older gamer, you still will appreciate it. It's not all like kiddie, like based, like a comedy. You know what I mean? It's like there's some things in there for the adults, like I said. But it reminds us of like Toy Story and those kind of games where you can still enjoy it even if you're an older person. But yeah, it's just a quick review of this. It's just like I said, it's free to download this month. So you may as well if it's free. I mean, I think it was like more than 20 quid if you want to buy it. So definitely just put it on your library, and it's always worth just playing it if you've got absolutely nothing to play and you're looking for something just to kill an hour or two. You can always just whack it on and have a little few levels, because it's not that big of a game. Like I said, it's only 5 areas, and once you've done a certain amount of things, it just goes on to the next bit. You can just crack on with the story missions kind of thing. You don't have to go around collecting everything. You can just go straight to mission. Yeah, this is that train level I was telling you about, and then there's a boss at the end of this level when you get to the end of the train. The Mr. Crab, I forgot his name, but you know, he keeps disappearing into the doors, and then eventually you catch him up. But for free, I mean, you can't complain. I don't think I would have paid money for it, like, but that's just because I'm not a fan of the show. If you are, then you probably would be happily pay the money if you want to just play through the game. But it's challenging, but it doesn't take the piss challenging. And like I said, it's free, so you may as well put it on your library and play it anytime you get bored. So that's it, really, just a quick one, just my first impressions on it, and it's quite good. I enjoyed it. That's it. See you there.